People still think lifting weights stunts your growth, but that couldn't be further from the truth. In fact, research shows that strength training can actually boost growth, build bone density, and reduce injury risk in kids and teens. And it's not just an opinion. Major organizations like the NSCA, the American Academy of Pediatrics, and the ASCA all release position statements backing youth resistance training when it's properly coached and supervised. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly why it's safe, when kids can start, and what that training should actually look like. So, let's clear up one of the biggest myths in junior sport, that lifting weights is bad for kids. You've probably heard it before, ignorant statements like it'll stunt their growth or it'll ruin their joints. But here's the truth. It's not only safe, but it's one of the best things a young athlete can do when it's done properly. The idea that lifting weights stunts growth is completely outdated. But don't just take my word for it. Studies from leading organizations back this up. The NSCA, which is the National Strength and Conditioning Association in America, they issued a position statement in 2009 confirming resistance training is safe and effective for youth because it improves strength, motor skills, and reduces injury risk when properly supervised. The British Journal of Sports Medicine in 2014 issued a review that found that strength training not only poses no risk, but plays a vital role in injury prevention. The American Academy of Pediatrics in 2008 stated that there is no evidence that lifting stunts growth. Zero, nilch, nada.
You got nothing. Nothing.
They did, however, state that resistance training improves bone health, body composition, and athletic performance. And finally, the Australian Strength and Conditioning Association, the ASCA, they released their position stand on resistance training for children and youth in 2007. This document provides comprehensive guidelines on appropriate training ages, intensity levels, and progression strategies for young individuals engaging in resistance training. Now, according to these guidelines, children as young as 6 years old can begin resistance training, focusing on technique and body weight movements. And anyone who's had a kid that age knows that they love to climb on anything, which is a form of resistance training, right? Now, the ASCA emphasizes that supervision and gradual progression are crucial to ensure both safety and effectiveness in youth strength training programs. The bottom line basically is this: with proper coaching and programming, strength training is not only safe, it's smart. So when can kids start? Look, the general guideline is around 10 to 12 years old, but it's not just about age. It's about maturity. Can they follow instructions? Do they move well? Can they stay focused? If yes, then they're ready. An adage that we like to use is the right kid following the right program under the right guidance. So they need to be both mentally and physically mature enough to be able to lift safely. They need to be following an age-appropriate program designed specifically for them, and they need to be supervised by qualified and experienced coaches. If they're old enough to play a contact sport, then they're old enough to start building strength to protect their body. Now, let's be clear, we're not talking about 1-rep max deadlifts for 12-year-olds. We're not talking about maxing out on the leg press. And we're not loading up, the bar in a back squat and seeing if they can squat their entire body weight. Early training should be all about movement, control, and consistency. This means unilateral or single limb movements like step-ups and split squats. These movements are going to help the kids develop a greater level of coordination, stability, and strength. It means using light dumbbells and cable machines that allow you to train left and right limbs independently of one another, striving to try to increase coordination and strength on the non-dominant side of the body. It means that the focus is on form first. Get the movement right and then slowly add load. Because people often forget that lifting weights is a skill. And just like any skill, like say passing a ball in rugby league, you often need to perform hundreds, if not thousands of reps to develop the required level of competency to perform a skill correctly. So now that we know that yes, you can lift and that it's perfectly safe, the question that follows is why should you lift? Now, the 4 main reasons that young athletes should be performing resistance training is that it's going to improve their performance, it's going to reduce injury risk, it's going to help build confidence, and it helps develop long-term athletic ability. And this isn't just for rugby league. Every young athlete can benefit from resistance training, whether it's boys, girls, in any and all sports. So what's the takeaway? Yes, kids can and should lift weights, but it needs to be done right. That means proper guidance, safe programming, and a focus on movement quality above all else. If you're a parent, a coach, or a young athlete, don't wait. Start laying the foundation early and begin reaping the benefits. Trust me, because I'm Joe, and Joe knows.